I'm one of those people who actually enjoys the morning. I actually love when the sun comes up, signaling that it's a new day. I love when I look outside and I see the plants and everything just glowing and radiating, the dew that's fresh on the ground. There's just something so peaceful about everything that is going on. Before you hop into your go mindset and the busyness and the hustle of life starts to come in, I actually take time to grab myself a coffee, go and read the Bible. That's where my wisdom, my knowledge, the answers, and everything that I need to go through my day comes from. But it's kind of interesting. I love those specific moments. Our days are comprised of specific moments, and some of you might join me in that journey when you're walking with God and you have those specific moments. It might not be the morning for you, it might be the night, it might be the evening, it might be sometime later, but there are specific moments where there's just something so peaceful. But as your day keeps going on, you know, those thoughts that were centered in the Word of God, those thoughts and those prayers and everything that was centered in God is met by choices. It's met by life. As life keeps going on through your day-to-day, there's actually another choice, consciously or subconsciously, that we make, and that's, do we actually focus on what we just read, or do we focus on that moment where God was speaking to you? Do we even focus on that the things of heaven become real to us? Do we think about those things? There's a Bible verse, Colossians chapter 3, verse 2. It says, set your mind on things above. When we start living out of what the world is kind of telling us and feeding us and what we are responding to, if it's not centered in God, it could get a bit chaotic. And this kind of happened for me in my journey. The truth is, a few years ago, I was really trying to figure out as a Christian why there was so much tension of being a Christian but also wanting more of the things of this world. I wanted a new car, I wanted the fancy house, I wanted to make more of my paychecks, I wanted to work those long hours and look good to people as I would be in some professional environments or something along the lines of that. And those thoughts started to infiltrate my mind. And I was stuck in this tension. But again, that verse in Colossians, it says, keep focused. And the Amplified translation is actually interesting. It says, keep your mind on things habitually above. You know, it becomes a second nature. Let me ask you this question. What would it look like if you had your mind habitually focused on things above? What would you look like in your work, your family life, when your kids are running around and it's getting a bit crazy? It started to look a little bit different for me when I started to do this. And to be honest with you, I'm still implementing and trying to get better at this, because the truth is, all of this is a journey. And this whole process of putting our mind on things above is actually making us and helping our minds be renewed, become more and more like Christ. It's a process, something called sanctification, becoming more and more like the image of Jesus. If you remember that tension that I said about before, being a Christian and still struggling with the things that were going on around me, around the world, wanting to earn more, wanting to do more and be successful. As I started to implement this, as I started to look about God and the things above, you know, even the thoughts that God has about me, looking at where Jesus is seated, that he's already won the victory over the battles in my life, suddenly the other things didn't matter as much. I wasn't reacting to what life threw at me. I felt confident. There was a confidence and a peace. Those God moments that you might have had in the morning or the evening, whatever time, they don't just become for that sole time. I mean, that's important. You need them. But now that peace that you felt and the peace that I felt, the confidence that I felt, that wisdom that I received, now it actually started going in my day to day. I started to finally feel that peace, finally feel that release of tension.